Amanda Williamson, and I teach pre-K 4 at the primary school. I actually went to school to be a child life specialist to work with children in hospitals, but decided to go into teaching, just so I could still work with kids in some capacity. On my very first day, I forgot to take my students to lunch. My principal actually had to come into the classroom and he was like, "Are you going to bring your kids to lunch?" And I was like, "Oh no." I had a really difficult behavior kid that year. And when we finally clicked and I felt like we were learning and doing things that, he wasn't able to before, that's when I kind of knew. I was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome."
I see really good walking feet. Here we go.
There have been so many women and teachers in my life that have really mentored me as a teacher. First and foremost, my mom. She is the OG kid whisperer, taught me everything I know. But I would say the teacher that probably molded me the most was probably my second grade teacher. Her name was Miss Bullock, and she was pure magic. Every single day you came into the class excited to learn. She always had some mural on the chalkboard that she did, and she had the coolest animal. She had an iguana. She brought in a bird. She was the coolest. So I really kind of wanted my classroom to feel like hers, and it's still to this day, I'm like, would Miss Bullock do this? So
Raise your hand if you know what the author does.
when kids come in my classroom, first and foremost, I want them to feel safe. I want it to feel warm and cozy and fun,
Okay, does anybody else want to add
but
anything?
also I want it to just feel comfortable. I love to have a lot of kid work on my wall, a lot of student-led decorations and things like that. I want them to feel like I've had a part in making this classroom cozy, or I've had a part in making this classroom the way that it
I want
is.
you to draw a picture of something you did before and something now.
And when you're 4 and you come to school, you miss your mom and your dad. So I like to we call it just like a family photo album. So every kid has a page in the book. So, if they're feeling sad or anything like that, they can go to the book and see their parents.
You know how you write your name? Remember
I
you couldn't do
love
that before? And
how unfiltered they are. They don't have that peer fear, they don't care to be silly or, do things wrong or, learn new things, and they're all really excited to learn. I really love being able to teach the social emotional part of their lives, when it comes to school, because I think that that's the foundation for everything. If a kid doesn't know how to emotionally regulate or, share with their friends or anything like that, school's going to continue to be hard for them, and it's hard for them to
remember
learn.
to say please and thank you. Now I say them all.
We're really just trying to learn how to be little humans. So, there's a lot of grace involved in it. So living here has been so much fun because, you go to Walmart or you go to HEB and you hear Miss Williamson and they just have the biggest smiles, and it's always really fun to see them out and about, and it really feels like I get to feed into the community that I live in, so it feels like you're making more of a difference. So